and welcome to Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Might look a little different, don't worry. This is what we're expecting. Unfortunately, Krey had a little more recovery time than expected after his little fight. So
Yeah,
we're here.
I like that.
Sans Krey, and
Mhm.
we're gonna do a one-shot here tonight with me as the DM. So I am just going to go right ahead and I'm going to throw it to y'all to be able to introduce and show your characters off a little bit.
Yes.
You know what? We have never had to start like this. So Ben, why don't you introduce your character?
I'm Ben Competence, otherwise known as Ben. I guess this is my first time being a player on a D&D stream, which feels weird. So my character is I'm trying to make sure I pronounce her name right because Anaria. I am a bard, siren. Sirens are a playable race in the setting, and I am from the College of Whispers, a character very cynical and very sure of the worst in people, and very adept at noticing it, as well as bringing out the worst in people. That would be her. Greetings, everybody.
All right, Tammy, you want to follow that up?
Sure thing. I am playing Malaga. You are seeing a beautiful caramel-skinned woman, about 5'8", I believe, so fairly tall, fairly skinny, gorgeous long black hair, beautiful blue eyes, and she is a sorcerer. So she goes around pretty much from town to town looking to make a buck with entertaining people with my illusions. Sometimes I try to scam someone, maybe the wrong person, and find myself into trouble. And therefore, I've kind of decided that I may hire a bodyguard to kind of follow me and, be my muscle. Be my muscle.
All right, well, that sounds like a good segue. Allie, how about the bodyguard?
So I'm going to be Torn Chillbreaker, Torn to my friends, and I will be playing a Dragonborn Barbarian tonight. He is also somewhat of, I wouldn't call him a con artist, but he's not completely on the up and up. He can usually be found either gambling or playing participating in like fighting rings, and his dream is to compete in a gladiatorial arena someday. And he's muscle for hire.
We get each other.
All right.
We're good. We're good. We are not great people. This is wonderful.
Well, I mean, people who go out and, do dirty deeds for coin, there's a little bit of ethical questions there, so that's fair to believe.
Not everyone can be a hero of prophecy, okay?
Yeah.
Some people
that's true.
You're the other guys.
Some people are just heroes of opportunity. Yeah.
We hear about these bozos there that are causing a stir everywhere. We don't give a shit about that.
Heroes.
Well, as things happen, you are you've all come together at some point in the past, and you've gone out, decided that this particular grouping is a good way to make a quick buck and, generally help yourself out and maybe even do some good at the same time. But certainly not the main objective.
Main goal. Nope.
So, you were at the Sour Vintage Tavern, probably 2 to 3 weeks after the Heroes of Prophecy had left. And just sort of there after the fact to miss out on the aftermath from that. When you start to hear some rumors about a town just to the south called Pharsalos, looking for some paid help.
Yeah, I would definitely be into that. Is this a place that I would have known anything about? That I can roll anything?
As a bard, You would probably have heard of it. It is pretty insignificant as far as places go. This is a little fishing village right on the coast. Maybe you would have stopped by there once or twice in the past, but really nothing to recommend it beyond the fact that it's a place where there are people eking out a living sort of on the cliffs of on the side of the ocean.
Okay, wonderful.
It's
I
you know that the place is run by a small council of elders, and it's actually them that have reached out looking for help.
All right. Are we, as a group now? Are we there? Where
If
are
you're
we at now, or where are we?
Yeah, if you're happy to have gone for that, then I can say that we'll start inside the town of Farsalos just as you've reached the village.
I'm
Sounds
okay
good.
with that. I'm okay with that. What does the rest of the group think?
Sounds perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes, I enjoy working with the leaders of the towns because they're always the most ambitious ones. They're always the ones that that most wanted to sought power and gained it. So they are already showing their hand. This is perfect. I'm in.
Well, as you sort of come in, obviously, as it's a small town, people know each other. You get approached by what looks like a town guardsman, wearing just a very basic armor getup, maybe cloth armor, spear, and a shield. And, thank you, Panteratima, for the cheering of the bits.
Oh, thank you very much.
But we will, he will have approached you and said, are you here about the request?
Yes. Are you our greeting? Are you our greeting team? Is this pleasure to meet you?
It's lovely to see you all. I'm very glad that somebody has come. I need you to come down to the tavern for me, if you wouldn't mind. Tharival wants to speak with you.
Tharival. Is this who we were supposed to meet with, or is this a change?
This would be this would be somebody who would have put his word out. So this would have been on the work order, essentially.
All right. I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry. I'll let you guys go. Sorry about that.
I was just gonna say, sounds handsome.
Doesn't he? And I just look at him and I just go, just between you and me, what do you think of Tharival?
He's young, but he's seems like he's had a good chance here in the city. He's only been on for the last 2 to 3 years as part of the council, but he's generally seems to look out for the people, as far as I can tell.
Oh, yes, but what do you think? Is he doing a good job to you, for you?
I can't complain, I suppose.
Sure you can, but thank you. And I just look at the others, and I'm just sort of nod. I like to get assessments from indirect sources. So I just look at them and I'm like, all right, I think I got my what I wanted to know out of this guy. But shall we meet him then?
Yeah.
Such a ringing endorsement. Why not?
If you
Isn't it just?
wouldn't mind following me, and he leads you off down the road, brings you to the town. What looks like sort of a combination inn tavern called the Siren and Pig.
Interesting.
And
all right.
It's about what you would expect in a small town. It's cozy, seems comfortable enough, and the one thing that you find when you walk in, it is completely empty. There is not a soul around in the sort of common area. There's nobody working behind the front desk. There's nobody going through up, as far as you can tell. No one's carousing. There's no music playing. He's actually just on the first room at the top of the stairs, if you don't mind.
Hello, business day.
It's probably best if he explains it.
Oh, okay. So it's secrets already. Okay.
A man of mystery. I love it.
Isn't it just? He's already got secrets from us. They need us, but they're already doing this. I like this. Is something wrong, sir?
Yeah, well, I mean, they wouldn't be bringing people in if something weren't wrong.
All right, fair.
So,
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
are you going to go up the stairs?
I want to look over, let me see 1 second. I'm double checking my notes. I wanted to, look over at Torn and just go, what do you think? Are we in danger?
I'm gonna say that I'm like already 3 steps up the stairs before I remember that I'm supposed to be watching people. And so I just kind of turn around and I'm like, yeah, it's fine, I got you. And then I'll like step back so that they can both pass.
Okay.
Yeah. I will follow.
All right.
Can I do it? You know what? Can I do an insight check on this guard? I want to basically see his level of fear or concern for what's going on. Is that allowed?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Go ahead and throw an insight check.
Okay. I got an 11.
An 11.
Mhm.
He's definitely tense. There's something going on in this town that he is very, very concerned about.
Okay.
And, obviously, he's a little reticent to speak of it.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. I will go up with the rest of them then.
All right. Well, you come up to the top of the stairs, and again, this is the inn, so this is where the living quarters are. Only one of the doors is open, and inside of it, it's the one right at the top of the stairs that you can see right there. Inside, sitting at a table with a bunch of piles of paper, sort of seems like he's made this into a makeshift office for the time being. You see a younger gentleman, like probably about my age. I know for some of our audience that's not young at all, but I'm the DM. You have to deal with my delusions.
You have to go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I like this.
But he seems to be wearing decent clothing, like noble's gear. And as you sort of head up the stairs, you almost catch him off guard. Like, he doesn't even notice that you're there and sort of looks up with a start. Are you here to help us?
You hired us. You wanted to hire us. We're here to hear your offer.
Thank the gods.
Oh no, we're not gods, but...
My name is Tharivol. I'm one of the counselors here, and I was hoping I would be able to hire you all to, well, help us out with a little problem.
Ooh, what kind of problem is that, handsome?
There's been a murder.
Oh.
Yeah. In a small town with terrible security? How did that happen?
Well, every month at the new moon, there is a small feast where the town councillors get together. And we all go. It's hosted by one of our members. And, well, the oldest, most respected member was apparently murdered by one of the councillors. Unfortunately, the rest of us were also drugged.
Interesting.
So, you already have the culprit. What do you need us for?
We have the culprit. It has to be one of us, but none of us have been able to quite find out who the murderer is or why.
It's always the same why, they just use different words for it, but... Oh, that's interesting. I would be glad to do such a thing. I would be glad to resolve that. What happens when we find who the person is? What do we do with them?
Well, we're hoping to bring them to justice.
Oh.
Ooh. In what manner?
Well, we would probably contact the city of Mitros and hand them over to the authorities there.
Oh, so we don't get that fun part.
That's the
Darn.
opposite of justice.
Oh.
That's the opposite of justice. So you could just give them what you want right now. If you think that they deserve to die, then I would say just kill them. But if you want to bring them over to letters and bureaucracy and that queen, all right, you're paying us.
How much is this paying for? For paying us?
He reaches underneath the table and he brings out a small bag of coins. I've been authorized to disperse 150 gold between the three of you for your services.
I assume room and board is covered as well?
Of course. As long as you need it here.
Now, this is a down payment, right?
This is for the services rendered. 150 gold for this.
Now, I have a question for you. How many are there in the Council of Elders?
Besides myself, there were 7 initially, including myself, I should say. Immoral is the one who unfortunately met his end.
Immoral, remembering that. Well then my question for you, Darverall, if I have that name right, and names, why are you the only one hiring us right now? I would expect we'd meet with everybody. Everybody here with nothing to hide. 6 people in a room, all confident to pool their funds. So why just you?
Well, the way that things worked out, I was the one to come across the body. And everyone knows for certain that I'm innocent. The rest are here in this hotel, in this inn.
Oh, you are the one honest man in this inn. All right. What do you two think? Is 150 gold enough for you?
That's fine for now.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, if it seems enough, you need it and be humble. But if it's enough, that's fine. I just look at him and I'm just like, we can accept that. Where would we begin then?
Well, we've managed to put the body under a gentle repose. You may wish to go across the way and inspect that. Failing that, the other rooms contain the counselors.
Well, surely you are all men of importance. You must have some sort of connections to have priests revive him.
It's a small town, unfortunately. The fact that we were able to manage a gentle repose spell is nothing short of a miracle in and of itself.
You'd be amazed how many of the priests around here don't have the ability to revive. It's very troubling.
Oh, that's horrible. What How was he killed?
He was killed by poisoning.
Oh, of course.
Actions and steps. Torn, what do you think? I think you have the highest body count of all of us.
Yeah, but poisoning's not really my style. Why does everyone know you're innocent again?
We had all been there within the room at the time, and I was the one who discovered Imral. Therefore, he had to have been dead before I went in to speak with him.
Right, okay. Just, usually I'm the first person to see the dead body when I kill people too, so I just wanted to...
It's true, he is.
Well, you see, the way that the procedure works is that Imral, as head of the council, had been in a room having one-on-one discussions with each of us. We all were part of the feasts, enjoying the food, and then one at a time we entered the hall. All of us wear different colored robes just for the sake of being able to know what's happened, but unfortunately it's just you take the one that you wish, and they're like communal robes. It's not like anyone's assigned one.
Who was he supposed to be meeting with?
Well, that's the problem. We've all been drugged as part of the feast ahead of time.
The whole night's gone.
And I suppose none of you remember having spoken with him at all?
It's a fog. The only thing that I can say to you for certain is that I was wearing a brown robe, but we'd all decided... No, we'd been talked into burning the robes at the end of the night, after the murderer was discovered. I'm not sure why. It seemed like it made sense at the time, but you know how things can be.
And whose idea was this?
I don't know.
So you all came to this consensus, and therefore you burned all your robes.
It seemed to make sense at the time.
I would like to cast a spell. I would like to use the cantrip Friends on myself, directed at this guy. Advantage, and I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, "Now, you." And I sort of gently like hold my hands to the others for a second, like I'm about to work, kind of thing, and I just sort of work over, and I just say, "Now you hired us to discover what happened here. We're nobodies. I'm incredible, but I'm nobody. And this council, everybody seeking to gain, and the only alibi you have is that you're seeking the truth, which are things you did on your own. You found the body by yourself. Now, also, you're likely innocent. Possibly not, but likely innocent. But the thing is, we could make mistakes. We could not find all of the details, or it's possible that someone has outplayed us entirely, or maybe you just fucked up the crime scene. The point is, there are a million ways that this can go wrong, and we're forced. I look at the others. Forced to report that we think that you did it. So, in order to make sure that we have everything absolutely perfect, I need you to tell me all the reasons we might think it was you. That might be motives or anything like that, because I would hate to have to bring you to Mitros. I think that they execute people there for these kinds of crimes. They execute people for anything. It's very civilized. And I would not want you to be put on your own chopping block. And if it's okay with you, I would like to be rolling intimidation. Is that okay?
Did you...
Your persuasion.
You were going through and you had cast Friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify because I don't believe intimidation works with friends as far as...
All charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me double check. And that is a 23.
He looks at you. Honestly, I can't think of any reason why I would want to kill him. Immoral
Of
was...
Sarge.
He was like a father to me, a father figure. He was a mentor. I don't stand to gain anything from it. I'm not... It's not like I'm going to take over.
Who would take over? You have a very equal council, and you have this very equal council where everybody works together wonderfully, and also the leader who just died. So who would gain from that the most?
In this case, probably Antina. There would be an election to bring up another townsperson to take another role on the council. And Antina would have the seniority.
Shall we speak to Antina? What do you two want to ask? I'm loving everything that I'm learning from this person, but whatever you two want to ask now, or wherever we should go.
I gotta check something before, so go ahead if you want to, Torin.
I'm just gonna kind of like look at this guy with the like blank face, just I don't know. Antina's as good a place to start as any. Who any idea who would be voted in to take over for her?
To take over for who?
Well, you said when she... I mean, maybe I didn't get it, but it seemed like when she takes over, you'll need to replace her on the council, right? So that you have the same number?
Oh!
There would be a general election called. I can't say who would replace her because that's up to the people.
Gotcha. But you're like a small town, so I thought maybe you would know who like the most popular person...
There's probably 4 or 5 different people that I could think of, but none of them were present there at the time.
That you knew.
Point raises a point. But, well, I will keep an eye out for such a person.
Melaga will kind of lean herself a little closer to Tharaval and say in her little sultry voice, "Are you sure there isn't something Daddy did to piss you off that you'd want to get even for?"
Honestly, he actually starts crying at this point.
Oh.
I've
Usually the reaction I get.
lost someone very dear to me. He's someone that I've loved and respected and cared for my whole time here on the council. I can't believe he's gone.
Is there anybody that you could think of then that might have wanted to hurt him, that maybe he recently pissed off?
Honestly, he's been on the council now for almost 200 years.
200?
To be
That's
able
a long
to go
time to have
through that
enemies.
long, I mean, everybody loved him.
Well, it seems...
Clearly not.
Yes, there seems to be at least one mistake in what you said, but we get your point. And I like to think that I'm taller than this guy. I don't know. Is he sitting down?
He is sitting down, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna put my hand on his cheek, and I'm gonna say, "Don't worry. we're going to get you the best closure that 150 gold can buy. And I'm gonna turn to the others and say, Antina, or shall we just pick a room?
Antina.
Sure.
Torn, some of these people are politicians. They're used to lying for some time, so they might be more amicable to your methods of of questioning than my own. So, just yes.
I'll try it. And then before we head out, I'm just gonna like awkwardly pat him on the shoulder and be like, sorry for your loss. Which room was Antina in?
She is in.
I love how tough you are.
I'm trying real hard.
Oh, this is so different
Just
than
a sec
Callista. I love it.
Just like
Antina is in the next room over, just immediately beside us.
okay. Well, you're not going anywhere, right?
I've sequestered myself as much as everyone else here. It has to be one of us, but I can't imagine who. I don't know why anyone would want to kill Imru.
As I walk out of the room, I'll look at him and I'll say, we'll get you your answers.
Thank you.
Excellent. 1 second. Oh, sorry. I said second. I just immediately slipped into DMing. I apologize. Yes, Reed, you got the flow of the scene. I am sorry.
So do you want to go to the next door over, see where this Antina is?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. So she is just, like he said, right next door over. And the door is not locked. But who's going to open the door?
I will. I'll just walk right in. No knocking.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Just sort of sitting on the bed. Looks like she's reading a book. Is sort of a middle-aged gnomish woman. And she looks up. Finally! Oh, yes. I can't tell you how glad I am to finally see somebody here to bring resolution to this.
Did you do it?
What she asked.
No? No.
I want to roll insight on that.
Go ahead, roll insight.
21.
21.
Oh, shit.
She seems a little offended by the question. But as far as you can tell, she seems to be forthright.
I look at that, like the subtle cues of her being offended, and I just go, oh, don't act that way. I'm sure that you've thought about it. I'm sure that everybody else in the council has thought about it. And can be real, just us girls. I'm sure that they've thought about you too. So we're just looking into the person who had the audacity to actually act on what they wanted.
Were you guys involved together?
Ooh.
Some time ago. It's been a while.
Oh. How long is a while?
Well, it's... Carry the one. About 50 years?
Oh, it's been 50 years. You weren't together. Okay. You weren't together for 50 years.
No.
Okay.
But, we had our time together and we just sort of drifted apart. I still love him in his way. I just don't love him.
I'm going to sit down. I assume that there's a chair. I'll pull up and kind of look at her like, so who broke it off? Whose idea was it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't see how this is relevant, but we sort of drifted apart. You know how it is. You stayed with somebody for 250 years, and that's just kind of what happens.
250 years. Wait, you're more than 250 years old?
Yes.
Your skincare routine must be incredible.
I was just gonna ask her that. Like, okay, we're gonna have to talk about this later.
Oh no, I think it's relevant now. How long do the gnomes, how long do gnomes live exactly?
I mean, I guess 500 years or so?
Oh, so you're just... I see. Well, that's a very long time to have dated. And you still care for him? Still miss him?
Well, you know how I suppose you don't know how he was. He had a big heart. He was a kind man, but sometimes he'd get caught up in his work and forget about the small things.
Sweet dear. Sweet one. That doesn't sound like drifting apart. That sounds like something was severed. Improperly, too. It still hurts. I'm very sorry about that.
Well, I've had 50 years to get over it.
Yes. Can I ask you a personal question, if it's not too cutting or deep?
I think it's hard to be more personal than investigating me for a murder, so what?
Well, does it offend you that we think that you did it, first of all, before I ask my question? Let's just get that out in the open.
To be honest, a little.
Oh no. What color robes were you wearing? No, why? Why does it offend you?
Because the whole idea that he could have been murdered, it's just...
So
everyone
you think he poisoned
loved
himself?
him. Maybe?
Yeah,
I'm
sorry. People always think that they suspect me, so I just don't. Why would you?
But you have
I
several
guess,
times.
What, you're little?
Well,
is that...
I'm not sure. We were all there. We all took our turn, one at a time, speaking to him in his room during the airing of grievances. But I barely remember anything, to be honest. The only thing that I can tell you for sure is that, well, Rolen was... It can't possibly have been him. I do remember that he was there, and he went... He was the third person, not second last.
Oh, I see. But you don't know what
Let me ask you.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you finished your question.
Oh, I was just... the robes, you don't remember the robes. I'm gonna look at her and I'm just gonna tap my nose. And I want to use whisper.
Okay.
To whisper, or sorry, message to whisper to her, and just like say in a whispering voice between the two of us. And what was your grievance?
I didn't have one.
Oh, come now.
Didn't have what?
I didn't.
Because I'm assuming we didn't hear him.
I didn't have any grievances. He did a wonderful job. Everybody loved him. It's been 4 years since anybody came to the council with a grievance against him.
And
Against
what was
him?
4 years? Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was... yep.
We've worked together a while. We're often on the same page. My apologies.
Smooth. Seamless.
4 years was, well, it was one of the former members of the council.
What happened? Oh, interesting. They had a grievance and now they're gone. Interesting.
It was rather tragic. It was cancer.
Cancer. Who was this person?
Manassas.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. That must have been very terrible for you. What do you two think?
Who are you seeing right now?
Nobody?
Is that one of
Yeah.
the council members?
I'm sorry?
Is nobody? Is that one of the council members?
I'm too old for the whole dating bit. Maybe 20, 30 years from now, I'll look into it again, but for now, I'm just happy concentrating on myself.
And what about Emerald? Was he seeing anybody?
I don't believe so.
Torn, I like that. Naming yourself nobody. Someone should try that sometime, by the way.
Now, did she say she remembered or did not remember what color robe she had?
She did not.
Or did we not get an answer? Did not remember. Okay. What do you remember last of that night?
Burning the robes.
Why? Why burning the robes?
Somebody suggested that it would be a good idea, that it would help find the person who'd done it.
Oh.
That sounds counterproductive.
Oh, you're gullible. That's the problem. I understand now.
I was drugged.
What was your last thought prior to burning the robes? How far or how much earlier do you remember? What was your last thought prior to the robes?
Bits and pieces.
Including the dinner?
Well, we got there. It was a nice dinner at Emerald's place. And he was hosting. We all had something to eat. And we shared the wine, we shared the food.
Was there any external staff providing the food, cooking the food, serving the foods? Do you recall?
No, Emerald handled all of it. He was an excellent chef.
Well, there you go. Maybe he just did it himself.
Yes.
It's a thought.
Wait, what happened to the body?
The Emerald.
What happened to Emerald's body?
We've kept him in state, just in case you needed to look at him. It was decided that it was the best way to try to keep any kind of evidence together.
Yes, you want to bring them to justice.
I think we definitely need to check out his body afterwards. I want to know what kind of poison that was. But yeah, we'll definitely have to check that out.
I would love to look at it now. Is that okay if we look at it now?
We've left him to rest across the way.
Do you want to show us the way?
I suppose I can just point through the doorway.
Oh no, come on! I'm sure you want to say goodbye to him too, don't you?
I'll put my hand on
Aniria.
Your name?
Anaria.
Anaria's arm.
Anaria.
Anaria. Okay. I don't think we need to have her come in the room with us. I think, sweetheart, you just point us into the direction of the room that he's in, and we'll definitely go take a look.
We've all agreed to lock ourselves into these rooms, or keep ourselves in these rooms, so that nobody gets away. It has to be one of us, I suppose, unless you're right and Emerald. I can't imagine that, though.
He wasn't a trickster. He didn't want to play tricks on people, practical jokes.
It's not much of a joke.
I suppose not, but...
Not a very funny one, but that doesn't mean it's not a joke. Well, I would like to look at this, but is there anybody else that you two want to talk to?
I think we can definitely go check out the body, see what information we can get from that, and then continue with the interrogations.
Yeah, if they're not going anywhere.
They're not. I look at Antina and I go, they're not, are they? They're truly dead, aren't they? From some grudge that was formed in this place that nobody noticed. Is that right? Did I get that right? I'm trying to investigate everything.
As far as I can tell you, yes.
I'm very sorry for your loss. And I just turned to leave with the rest of you guys.
I'll turn and look at her. We'll get you the answers you need. As I walk out of the room. That's my catchphrase. I assume she'll have pointed us into the direction of whatever room his body's in.
This is the room where he's being laid in state.
Oh, shoot. There's a...
I'm not seeing anything.
It's on the Roll20. It's
there.
Interesting.
I know, but I wasn't seeing a ping at that point.
Interesting. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we are... Okay. How big are these rooms? Are these 5-foot blocks?
Yes, they're 5-foot blocks. So they're about 10 feet across and maybe 15 feet deep. They're good size for an inn room, but they usually contain 2 beds.
I have the shittiest idea, and I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
No, it would resolve. It would involve Reed punching me in the throat repeatedly through the computer screen, and let me see. So yeah, I would like to examine the body, or at least look at it, if that's all right.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So you all head over to the room, and this seems to be more of a single suite, something that's maybe a little more expensive. You see the body on the bed. From here, it almost looks like he could be sleeping. There's the slightest hint of decay that makes that unlikely.
All right. Do any of us have a medicine skill proficiency?
I'm a +1. Not a proficiency, but it's just a +1.
What have you got, Torn?
-1.
All right. I look at them and go,
I make them dead. That's all I do.
Well, Torn, in your professional judgment, is this one dead?
I just kind of like take one of my hand axes and just kind of like with the butt of it, just like nudge the body a little bit. And I'm just gonna, I assume nothing happens, yeah.
Yeah, it just sort of shoves over.
Yeah. Seems dead. I'm like 85% sure.
I'll take that chance. I'm no doctor, but I've used a few poisons before. Let me see. It's a little tricky. Can I roll a medicine check on this person?
Sure.
All right. 19.
All right.
Bards.
He definitely is showing signs of being poisoned. You sort of, roll back some of the sheets on him. And, he is a fairly old elf. You can see that his skin is starting to take on that, lack of collagen sort of paperiness that you get as you're a little bit older. He's got, silver hair. Still seems to be a good head full of hair. And, of course, the long swept back ears that you'd expect from an elf. However, his eyes are bloodshot. Just tremendously bloodshot, and his tongue is purple and swollen in his mouth. And you can see sort of flecks of blood and foam at the corner of his lips.
And I'm just looking over him, like I'm like an inch above his face, looking over, and like tracing my two fingers along top of him, and I just go, "Oh, you are a terrible cook, aren't you?" Well, you're dead, and that's a shame. I don't have the ability to speak with dead. They don't tend to have things interesting to say. And I want to, does anybody want to help me investigate the body, like use the investigation or anything to search for like anything on it?
Yeah, because I want to go and come up to you. I'm basically wanting to see if the poisoning. This was my intent, but I will help you. I'm just wanting to see if the poison was, like physical, like actually something put in the food or the drink, or if it was like magical in nature.
Ooh, okay. I like this. Never mind. Her plan.
Okay. So make a medicine check then.
Medicine check. All right, let's go ahead and see. Natural 20, so 21.
Okay.
Oh.
Get it.
Wonderful.
You're going through, and you have sort of a natural attunement to magic just because of who you are. There really isn't any indication to you that there was any strong magical power or anything that sort of would have caused this sort of terrible this blight that would have affected him. So it's almost certainly something that was administered to him.
Okay. So I will relay that. It seems that the poisoning is not magic related, so it would have been something physically applied, whether to the food or to the drink, but it is not magic related. I can confirm that.
No, it's actual poison. So sorry, go on.
I was just wondering if anybody has any ability, like in being able to know the local herbs and weeds and stuff that would be poisonous. I'm magic based, so
does
I wouldn't
anybody have
necessarily.
proficiency in nature?
I have half proficiency as a bard, so it's +2.
I'm +0. I got nothing there.
Without actual proficiency, I could say you could do it with disadvantage if you want to.
All right. And that is a 6, my guy.
Hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of poisons, and you're not super familiar with this area as far as what might have come up.
I almost took the chef feat. I almost took it. God, I would have broken your game. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I made a mistake with my character. Sorry, please go on.
Is there anything else in the room with him?
It looks like a pretty standard hotel room, as far as that goes. There's, a small table and chair. There's a little writing desk, and there's the bed. You do see that he is wearing a yellow robe, which probably is equivalent to the others.
Did we get like a a rundown of what the colors were, or have we only been told a couple of them at this point?
You
anyone
have
know?
only been told a couple of the colors so far.
Okay.
Brown and yellow now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Earth tones.
Do we happen to know how far Emerald's place is from this inn where they brought the body and are sequestering themselves, the council members?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take a look and look through if he has pockets or anything, to see if he has anything on him.
Okay. You go through and you sort of rifle through the clothing that he's wearing. The robe itself doesn't have any kind of pockets. You go through and you sort of reach into underneath the robe, and you see that he's actually wearing clothing underneath the robe. He does have a pair of pants on. And going through the pockets, you find 25 copper, as well as a slightly soiled handkerchief, and what looks like possibly something that he found on the ground and just sort of pocketed it and walked away with it because it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Just a little, tchotchke.
It's Nick, yeah. Well, that's a shame that he didn't have any money on him. Someone must have robbed him before he got here.
Say, well, 25 copper, yeah, that could just be change.
Some Werther's
okay.
caramels in the pocket,
What'd you say?
Some Werther's caramels in the pocket,
Yeah.
Stuck to the fabric.
At least it's not bacon.
That would be disgusting.
Sorry, Ellie.
Could you imagine if they just had bacon in that?
For Jen. It's his version of bacon, she says. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think there's too much else we can gather from here, other than probably interrogating the rest of the people, the council. Try to find out how far his residence is from here. Maybe something got dropped along the way. We can always kind of backtrack and go to the crime scene after.
Yes. Let's see. We've seen Thurival and Tina. There are 4 people we haven't seen. I kind of look at the others and I have like this sort of glint in my eye, and I walk out and I look at the 4 doors. I say, "Pick a room."
Anyone?
Yes, it's your day.
I will twirl around because I'm wearing like a nice long skirt that when I do twirl, it like flares out almost like a little tube or whatever, a little flower. And then I will just randomly spin around a few times and then just stop and point to one.
Which one?
I will roll for that because it's got to be completely randomized. So,
goddamn wild magic sorcerers.
Roll for everything.
Yes.
Here they are.
Where's my D4? Okay, I am going to say, so starting immediately to across from us, obviously, when we were just then, so 1 to the west of Antina is going to be 1, and then 2, and then top left is 3, and then immediately beside Emerald's room is going to be 4.
All right, perfect.
And that is a 4 that I rolled on my D&D Beyond. For some reason, it didn't show to you guys, but it is a 4.
All right.
So we'll go to the room right next to us.
I would like to go over and throw open the door. Do I see somebody there?
The one that she had chosen?
Yeah.
Yes, you see.
I immediately point out to him, and sorry, go on.
As you open up the door, you see sort of a stocky little dwarf. He's got long flowing hair, wearing sort of very elaborate coral jewelry on sort of everything.
Mhm.
And he looks up at you shocked. Actually, I should say they look up at you shocked.
I look at them, and I just, and before they say anything, I go, "Shut up!" And then I point a finger at them with a long nail, and I go, "Confess." And I'd like to use the word command, or spell command.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 14.
Okay.
There is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like a 1d6 chance I just fucked over your whole story.
Okay. Confess to what, dear darling? What can I do for you?
Oh. Well, whatever terrible sins you committed, you...
That was a 19 on the roll.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I look at them with a little bit of admiration, and I say, and I'm gonna check that off my slot, and I'm just
Look at you! Look at you! You have got a thing going on here. I love
do.
it.
Thank you. I do what I can, and you, what do you do?
I'm the great Roland.
We have heard a lot about you, and you seem to not be in bad spirits at all. Do forgive me for trying a few things. I just want to make sure that we're getting to the absolute truth of this.
Frankly, I have been in this room for the last week and a half, and I am bored out of my mind. If there's anything that you can do to bring a little bit of levity to my day, I am more than happy to hear it.
Does he seem pissed off and annoyed, or is he just like, are they just like a very flamboyant character?
They are flamboyant. They live big. Like, everything they do is big. You can tell just from the way they dress. They're very much living their best life, and doing what makes them happy.
You don't seem that troubled that this man Emerald is dead. Are you happy he's dead? Let me be clear. This is not an interrogation. I think it would be natural to be happy he's dead. I'm just asking.
I'm not happy he's dead, but I've had my time to make peace with it, and these things happen, you know?
They do. That's the thing. They do. And everybody wants to be so scandalized. But you made your peace with it. So,
I have had a lot of time to think to myself, and frankly, there's not much to do but get over it, really.
And what better company that one can have than themselves, right?
Well, you know, when you're a person with a personality like mine, I drive myself crazy, quite honestly.
So what was your relationship like with Emerald?
Well, you know, Emerald was fine. He was a nice man. Little old, little dull, but nice.
they are. Nice is nice.
He bought a couple of my works last year. That's nice enough.
What do you do? What are your works?
Oh, well, you can see. And he shows, a bunch of carved coral rings. He's got medallions on. Just generally they're covered in their own works.
Ooh.
These are wonderful. Can I take a look at one of these?
Oh, of course. And he puts out his hand.
I'm gonna take one of the rings and look at it, and just like, this is beautiful. I'd like to roll an investigation check on that, if that's okay.
Okay, make an investigation check.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the kind of, it's artsy, and maybe it's good to his taste. you're fairly sure that from what you've heard so far about Immoral, if he bought something from them, it was probably a charity case. A little ostentatious, a little, showy.
All right. This is fantastic. And how much are these?
These particular ones I wouldn't let go for anything. You understand? These are my masterworks. But
Oh, these are your best ones.
do you not like it?
No, I love it. And I think, honestly, can I be honest with you? I think that a lot of people don't feel so comfortable showing off their own limitations. Everybody wants to put on airs of how incredibly, flawlessly talented they are. But you, with this, I respect you. Here. And I take the ring, I want to slide the ring back on their finger. That's bold. I like you.
I see. Anyways, I'm sure you had something to ask. Is there anything I can do to help you?
What do you remember about that night of the feast? How was the food?
Bland enough. You know how old people are. They eat and they try not to overtax their palate.
Who was cooking?
I believe Immoral cooked for himself.
And for all of you.
Everybody, or just he made his own plate? Like very particular about his own food?
Well, we all served from, buffet style.
Buffet style.
Did you spill anything on your robe during the dinner?
I mean, if we're quite honest, we were probably all so sloshed that I wouldn't have been able to tell you one way or the other.
What color was your robe?
I'm sorry.
He asked what color your robe was. Surely you remember that. Actions.
It's all kind of a blur. I remember somebody was wearing a white robe. And you know who I bet it was? That Quelteth.
Oh, tell us. Quelteth. I don't like Quelteth. Why don't you like Quelteth?
She was in his room at some point. She went in after someone else.
Oh. So you never went in?
Oh, I think I went in. Pretty sure.
What was your grievance?
Answer the dragon.
Nothing specific. I mean, I certainly thought that the city could use a little brightening up.
Not a bad.
But that's not the sort of thing that you bring forward in a airing of grievances.
But you did meet. You did have something. Horn, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you think this one's a liar too?
Can I just make an insight check on them?
Sure.
I want to see how they react to being, to the implication that they might be lying.
Oh, not implication.
Oh, okay. The accusation, excuse me. Big 8.
Big 8. I mean, they're flashy. Any real subtle kind of movements that might be disguising what they're actually feeling or revealing what they're actually feeling is definitely being disguised under whatever they're doing that's big and showy.
Yeah, liar, definitely.
I should say not.
And why not?
Why do you think I'm a liar? Why me and not anyone else?
I didn't say no one else.
What makes
Also-
you think? I was going to say, what makes you think you didn't do it? How can you be so convinced? Convince me why you didn't do it.
Well, I'm hardly the kind.
Well, we don't know that.
Everyone thinks they're not the kind until they
Look.
do it, and
Do
then
it.
it feels
Yeah.
You
better.
see these rings? They're very fragile. If I had done
Mhm.
anything untoward, one of them would have shattered.
Can I, while their hands are up, can I just reach out slowly with my talons and just kind of try to pull one off delicately, like gently,
Okay.
and see if it comes off? Does it come off relatively easily?
I would say probably not super easily.
Okay.
They probably put the fingers on, or put the rings on their finger while they were, a little slimmer, and they've just sort
Got
of
it.
worn them on a.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do that, and then I'll just be like, that's fair.
Well,
I haven't had a
I'm
chance
sure-
to change my wardrobe in almost 2 weeks now.
Clearly, I'm sure you can tell that I take great care in my appearance as I fling my hair around.
He does. It's remarkable.
When when I do have to do something that, I don't normally do or particularly care to, I value my jewels and my good clothing and my hair. I move it out of the way. I remove my jewelry, do what I gotta do and then put it back on.
These rings never leave my finger.
Oh, Anaria just was able to see one and no problem.
It's true, I was.
Because I let.
Let's. I can my eyes light up a second. I say, Malaga Torn, can I speak? What was your name, Roland? Can I speak with you for? Can I speak with them for just a moment alone? I had some questions, just between the two of us, that I think it would be appreciated. I give you a look.
And I
This
get
is something.
to miss this.
Oh yes.
Fine.
We can just get started on the next one.
All right.
Don't forget to give us all the juicy details then.
Oh, you'll hear everything. Are you two stepping out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Reed. I would like to begin Words of Terror.
Okay.
The College of Whisperability. That if I'm allowed to speak one-on-one with somebody for a solid minute, they have to make a saving throw, or be frightened of the person of my choice.
All right.
And I'm gonna look at them, and I'm gonna say, Roland, earlier you said that you're not the kind, and let me tell you something, friend. And before I tell you what I need to tell you, I don't want you to think that I'm being facetious. You're as much my friend as anybody, and I do tell you this as a kindness. Everyone is the kind. None of you thought that one of you was the kind until there was some premeditation and cruelty in here, because every person in here has their ambitions and their goals. And you, with your vanities and your appearances and these rings never leave my finger, you're definitely the kind to have your priorities as well. Someone out there has priorities that involve killing, framing you possibly, because if we are very bad at our jobs, then you might be either framed or next. And the problem with that is, outside of that, we aren't bad at our jobs. We find the truth. And Thurival didn't ask us how we find the truth. And I just look at them. I'm going to use message to put a phrase in their head, and I go, we find it any number of ways. And then I just say, I have my whispers, I have my thoughts. Torin, oh, bless Torin. He is not loquacious, but he is... I have seen him break many people in many ways that I didn't know possible, and for all my words, I still have trouble describing it. Malaga is so clever, and she is she has such magics and trickeries that we haven't even seen yet, and there are so many ways that you putting on these airs can go poorly for you. Whether you are setting yourself up to be next, or whether you are putting us in a position to make the mistake of accusing you, or whether you are holding out so much that Torin and Malaga have to interrogate you in two very different, very memorable ways. So stop fucking around and tell us what you know. And I want to use...
Okay.
I hope to God if they pass their wisdom saving throw, I'll have so much respect for them.
Well, you see their eyes go wide, and there's just a slight trickle of wee that comes out.
Oh, that's good. So you're paying attention.
I promise I didn't do anything. It wasn't. I don't remember anything. Not really. I'm telling the truth about Quelteth. I swear to you. I swear to you.
I believe you. And what qualms did you have? What were your complaints? Nothing? Truly nothing?
He's a sweet old man. There's really nothing to complain about.
All right. Roland, in that case, I apologize that your browsers, whatever those are, had to pay the price for your honesty, but I do believe you now. Stop putting on airs. People have died and they will continue to die. We're going to get to the bottom of it. But we might need to ask you for more information. Be direct next time. Okay. And I want to just leave the room.
Okay.
He's innocent. I was mistaken.
And with that done, let's take our break and then come back to the other group.
All right.
The other three.
All right. So we will be there. We'll be gone for about 15 minutes or so. And then we'll be back and we'll resume the interrogation.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you all very much for this.
All right.
Mysteries.
everybody. And I'll do it again!
But you're not the DM this time.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I have to kill them in game. Everybody roll for initiative.
And the dragon eats you.
Torin? That was a one-time thing.
Hey, yo.
Now I get to make the wildly inappropriate jokes.
In all of my campaigns,
Ew.
there's an invisible, soundless dragon that's always lurking around the PCs. And when somebody tries to throw things completely off track, the dragon eats you.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
All right.
I'm trying to think. Oh, sorry.
So we're looking at, we've got, 3 more interrogation targets.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And Malaga had something that she wanted to do.
I do. Inspired by Anaria, what she just did in the previous room. Before I go and open the door to the next room, which is in the immediately next to us, I am going to change my appearance into that of Emerald. Being a changeling and all. Yeah. You know what? I kind of like
Emerald in a
Anaria's-
fancy dress.
That's right. Yeah.
Go steal the
I'll
robe off
kind
the
of
dead
just
body.
bunch it.
Fill the room.
I don't want to disrobe a dead body. That's just mean. It's bad enough.
I'll do it.
Through his
I'll do it. Anara would do that. Anaria would do that so fast. He's not a person anymore. He's an ex-person. There's no offense to be made here.
All right. Well, if Anaria is going to get me the robe, then I'll just wait until I get the robe.
Absolutely. There is nothing Anaria loves more than people being exposed to their own pointless traditions and ceremonies, and the sheer entertainment value of watching people be upset that a husk of a former person is disrobed. Oh no, that's just great. Yeah, I'm down. So yeah, absolutely, I would. Anaria. I think that is it okay if this is a thing that we've done before, Malaga? Is this okay if we say that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'll go do that. I will go get those clothes for you. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So I get the robe. I'm gonna put it on. Well, I kind of hope we get our answers first, at least. And I'll kind of walk off chuckling. And then I'm going to bust the door open and just walk in and immediately scan for the person and said, "You did it! You killed me, didn't you?"
Which room are you going into?
The one that's immediately to the right of the one we came out of. So the upper left corner.
Upper left corner? Okay.
Yes. Yes, that one.
You see a dwarf woman sitting on the corner of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
She immediately stands up, reels back. Who are you? You can't be here.
I am right here. How can I not be here? I'm here.
It's
You did it. Why did you kill me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I invite you over for supper and you repay me by poisoning me.
No, it's not true. You know me. I'd never do that to you.
Torn and I are just out. Torn and Anaria are just outside right now, right? Or are we with you? Malaga, are we with you?
You're welcome to follow me.
I was just hanging back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have
Okay.
have some snacks, and I'm just gonna offer a snack to Torin. All right, I just wanted that quick cutaway. Please continue. Sorry.
Just here for the show, man.
After everything we've been through, everything I've done for you, why would you do this to me? Why would you kill me?
I'm going to say the initial shock has worn off, so I'll get you to roll a deception check with advantage.
Uh-huh. Where's my cursor? Hello. Deception. With advantage. That is a 22. Plus
Okay.
6.
So, yeah, she seems to still be buying it. I don't understand. What's... How can you even be here? We all saw you.
I'd like to know that myself. We're here to apprehend the guilty parties. I've got my guards in the hallway ready to come and take you away.
I look at Torn like, you ready? You ready to do this? All right, cool. I just want to like walk in. Torn, if you're coming with me, I just want to walk in.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a passive insight, as high as it is, there in area,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that you walk in and you see somebody who is the most confused person that you have ever seen in your life.
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, we're Emerald's bodyguards. But we just wanted to make absolutely sure. They pay us. They pay us through the end of through the end of the month, and so we're still on the clock.
But
We just wanted to make sure.
I
All right. Well, if you didn't kill Emerald, then who do you think? Then who do you think did? Because he is very upset right now.
I'm just nodding my head.
Nothing about this makes sense. Have you talked with Erevan?
Erevan. Emerald, have you talked to Erevan?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Do you even know who they are?
Who is?
You can see that she is starting to become suspicious because Emerald doesn't sound like Emerald, because you've never heard what Emerald's voice sounds like.
I just did a deep voice.
And the other two, it's a small town. She's never seen you two before. So the initial shock, and she's starting to think rationally.
We don't even know who anybody really is anymore, do we?
Is this some sort of
And it'll
trick?
change back into Malaga.
Of course it's a trick.
I hope you know
But you
this
did
is
see that.
very poor taste.
Yes, well, so is murder.
Well, maybe you should be trying to find the person who did it.
And who do you think that is?
I don't bloody know. But it's not me.
And you are?
You don't even know.
Oh, we should check that.
I'm Muriel.
All right, Muriel. What makes you think you didn't kill Emerald?
Why would I?
That's what we would like to know.
Can't think of anybody who'd get anything from it. It was a
Look
sweet
at her
old man.
When she says I can't think of anybody who would benefit from it, I'm gonna point at her and I'm gonna say try, and I want to use command.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom 14.
14. Oops. Oh. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so if that worked, you can't tell. She's just sort of prevaricating around at this point. I don't know. I can't imagine. Aravan's an asshole. But
Anyone worth a damn is an asshole.
Well, I think you may reevaluate that as soon as you go through and you talk to the poor bastard.
All right, so what's wrong with Erevan? What's wrong with Erevan?
He's an asshole. Like, fucking
Like literally.
5'8", and he's shit piled that fucking high up.
Does it stink?
Well, I'll leave that for you to think, but I used to work on fishing boats, and believe me, I know a smell or two.
Why are you on the council then? You're very sweet, you're very soft, you're very sad that this person was murdered. Oh no, a politician's dead. But you take that seriously. So what are you on here for? What are you trying to get whenever you join the council?
I just wanted to make sure that the fishermen in here are represented. Everybody else are artists and merchants and nobles. Just wanted to make sure that somebody was speaking with our voice.
Would you die for that?
Not if there was any other option.
Running out of those. I'm not threatening you. I just want you to know there's a murderer on the loose.
Well, I bloody well know that, don't I?
Yeah. Aravan, this one is just this one's kind. Do you want to move on to Aravan?
Look, the only thing that I can tell you, the only thing I remember, is Antina was definitely wearing white.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she was the third one in the room. It's one of the two. Either she was wearing white, or she was the third person to speak with him.
I need a grid, and I don't have the parchment for it. You want to just ask them who did it? And I look at the others with like this smirk on my face. Yeah. What do you think, Malika? Do we just ask them who did it?
Yeah. Who did it?
Oh no, we can ask everybody.
I don't know.
Oh, we're not talking to you. You don't know anything.
This is a long shot. Can I do an insight check on the statement about Cantina?
Antina.
Cantina. My spell check jumped on in there and made it Cantina. Yeah, can I jump in there and just make an insight check on that? Because that does not line up with what everyone else has said tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, 16.
16. She doesn't seem to be making any kind of obvious lies. It's definitely one of them or the other. She's not sure. Probably not both.
What was the color of your robe? What was the color of your robe you were wearing?
What's the name of this person again? Sorry about names and Tammy's mom's asking.
This one's Muriel.
That's what I thought, Muriel, yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't even know who thought it was just a good idea to get rid of it. Get rid of the robes.
You were very easily manipulated.
Well, she points at Malaga. Clearly.
No, there are lots. Listen.
I'm just that good.
We think that you didn't do it. We think that... Well, not directly. Because, I mean, there's always accomplices or gross negligence. Gross negligence is a thing. Do you have that in this town? Because you were talked into burning robes and destroying evidence, and you don't remember any of it. It was very easy to manipulate you a couple times. That does probably mean that you're innocent, because I don't think that you are clever enough to save yourself or kill somebody else. So I don't think that you did it.
Well, I'm very glad to meet up to your expectations.
Yes, as long as you understand that you're innocent.
What are your memories of that night? What do you remember?
Well, we all went to Emerald's house, and we sat down for the feasts and everything. There was a good bit of speech and had a nice supper. And then I started to feel a little strange. And then we tried to continue on, and I don't really remember much beyond that.
Was this
And what was
before
the-
or after the grievance airing?
We would have gone and aired the grievances after the meal.
And was there anybody else serving the dinner for you?
I mean, it was served out on the table. We were free to take what we wanted.
And everything was already on the table when you got there?
Yes.
Nobody brought it in while you guys were preparing?
Well, it's not a potluck. The tradition says that the head of the council serves it up.
Look at this. Does it bother you the amount of poison that was used? Because every one of them was drugged, and then Emerald was poisoned. Which Emerald handled everything. So it seems like Emerald poisoned all of the food, but someone poisoned Emerald. There's two types of poisons that are here. Two plans seem to have happened this night. Oh, this is everybody being the best of themselves. Oh, your friends are assholes. More
I hate
than
when
one.
they do that. Oh.
But if Emerald drugged all of them, or Emerald killed himself. I would if I had to deal with these people. Offense.
What do you think about that thought, Naril? Could Emerald have done this himself? Orchestrated all this?
Yes.
I don't see why. He seemed happy enough. He was a sweet old man. If he wanted to commit suicide, why didn't he just commit suicide? Like, why bring everyone else into this?
Maybe he wanted to die and take you all down with him. Maybe that's what the poisons were for. Maybe he tried his hardest. Don't be so discouraged that you were left out.
Did you have a grievance with him?
Yes.
Just about the underrepresentation of the...
Fish. Yes, I know.
Well, yes.
Nothing else of a more personal matter.
He was a lovely man. Maybe a little...
Were you two?
Maybe a little dull at times, but...
Oh. Were you two involved at all? At any point?
He's a couple hundred years too old for me, love.
Oh. Sometimes that is the appeal.
Have you seen what some of these people are doing that are a few hundred years old? That goddess, we'll call her, the book one, they get around. I don't think that 200 years is a problem. But if that's something that you have for yourself, that's fine. What do you say? I sort of want to just bring them all in and ask them the truth.
I want to go talk to the asshole.
Okay.
Like all together? Or
Yes. All together, but Malika has ideas. I think that I want to see where those go. What do you think, Torn?
I'm in. I'm gonna just walk out the door and just start calling for Aravan.
Oh, okay. You're off. You have to forgive my friend. He's very direct. It's beautiful. Some people don't do decorum. They're the good ones.
you do hear a muffled voice coming through the bottom central room there.
I'm gonna look at these. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, before we go in, should I do that again?
That idea. Hold on 1 second. What was it?
With your claws.
Yep.
Click, click, click.
Just one at a time.
I'm having.
Telltale heart right now.
Yeah. Okay. I have an idea, but go on. Sorry. I want to enter with you, but please continue.
Okay. So I will turn myself into Emerald again.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I'm not going to barge in the room. I'm just going to open it slowly. I just walk with my head down and then go to sit on the bed and just say, I don't know what went wrong. What the hell went wrong?
Who the hell are you?
Yes.
And you see, he's a human man. He's, as mentioned, probably about 5'8", 5'9". And, if a pug dog could be human, that's what this man looks like.
Not wanting.
Unlike Roland, he is wearing gold. And he's got, gold rings on all of his fingers, thumbs. He's got almost like Mr. T chains. He is very clearly a man of status, wearing these silk robes. And as you walk into this room, it's a little pungent.
I'll try not to acknowledge that and just stay in character of Emerald, as if him and I were in on it. I was like, what went wrong? I don't know what went wrong.
If this is some kind of joke, this is in very poor taste.
This is Tammy giggling, not Melida. I fucking love it. I'm so silly. Oh, Jesus.
I'm Louis Anderson.
Oh, not even. Ay.
Malaga, I want to see what you got here. I got ideas, but I'm intrigued.
Why? I'll turn to him. Why? Why would you do this to me? What did I do? Why? What? Oh.
I am. He is going to jump out at you.
Aggressively?
Yes, and he's actually going to attack.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Does a 14 hit?
I believe, yeah, because I'm super squishy, which I'm not used to. Yeah, I'm armor class 12. I'm gonna let out the girlish shriek, high-pitched shriek.
Okay, and you see that his hands, he looks like a human, but his fingers these great big claws come out, and they rake themselves across your chest. You're an imposter!
If we're not going to roll for initiative.
I'm going to get y'all to roll initiative.
Wonderful.
I had a feeling it was coming.
You had a feeling.
12. 12 for me.
Oh,
Baby.
well, 8 for Malaga.
6.
Hang on a sec.
Well, hey.
Rolling great tonight, you guys.
Alright.
Man, I'm finally seeing what this game looks like from the player's point of view. You guys have no information on your screens. You're all so small. It's amazing.
Small and insignificant.
That's what she said.
Also, joke's on you.
you.
I got a lot on my screen. It's just not all necessary.
So I'm going to say you're about there. And that seemed fair enough to you?
Uh-huh.
All right. So, sorry, what were the initiatives, Torin?
6.
Okay.
I didn't mind 12.
Malaga is 8.
You can put it in yourself.
On the characters you control, yeah.
Just like
I have been
asking.
asking. Are you telling me all the time that I've been asking you guys to put initiative for yourselves for like this time? You guys didn't know what I meant by that?
I didn't know. I thought you meant click on it and then use D&D Beyond.
You're in 2 of my campaigns. I'm glad that we finally find out why nobody.
-1.
Okay.
I'm glad we finally find out why people don't do that when I ask them to. At least I know now. Sorry, go on.
So
we clearly didn't
Solved one
understand
mystery
where.
Yeah, sorry.
let me just get
You'll
the.
notice for all you viewers.
Ooh, I don't like how high he is on the initiative.
And he's going to go ahead. What's your dexterity there, Irina?
My dexterity is +3, my initiative is +4.
Okay. So I believe that means that you are going to actually be ahead of him. Yeah.
Alright.
So
I'm going to swoop in, and I'm going to be like, would it be reasonable to say that I picked up on the claws and everything if I look in?
yes.
Okay,
You would
then I'm
definitely
gonna
see the great big rent across Malaga's chest at this point.
Okay,
Was
then
there
I'm
any
just gonna.
actual damage?
Yes, you would have taken 5 points slashing.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over and go, excellent work, Malaga. Now, what lies are you holding? And I'm gonna reach over and put my hands on him, completely. Let me see. Oh no, wait, no. I'm not gonna put my hands on. I'm gonna look at him. I'm just gonna be like, what lies are you hiding this time? And I'm gonna take my fingers and look in the air like I'm ripping something apart slowly. And I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. Go ahead and. No, there's no saves for that, is there?
Nope. Save. Every spell that's on him that's 3rd level or lower ends.
Okay. Well, there's no particular saves, or no particular spells that seem to have been stopped, but you do feel like, or at least nothing that's visually obvious, but you do feel that the spell has sort of taken hold. And something happened.
I'm gonna say, as a bonus action, I'm gonna say, Torn, I believe it's time for you to be incredible, and I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Torn.
Alright. So you have the Bardic Inspiration, Torn?
1d8 to Torn, yes.
There you go. Put that little heart on you. Okay. He's going to be up next, and actually, let's change this music up.
Get some beats.
Yeah, let's get something here.
Yes!
He's going to go ahead and attack Malaga again.
Reed, just so you know, the music is like drowning out the voices on the audio. Yes.
Better?
Yeah, let me see. You can lower it just a notch more, but it's good.
Okay.
Like a little bit, like 1 notch more and you're good.
Alright. So that is a 16 to hit. So for 4 piercing damage, as he just reaches out and his mouth sort of extends, almost like a goblin shark, and takes a great big chunk out of Malaga's side. He's gonna follow up with a claw attack. Is 11 hits?
No.
Alright. So, he's in for a bite, but just sort of doesn't quite manage to get it in. Alright, Malaga, you're up.
Okay. So as I was shrieking from being attacked, my shriek is going to go ahead and turn into an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy that I am going to shoot towards him. And I am casting Chaos Bolt at first level.
Okay, roll that attack at disadvantage, because he is in melee with you.
Okay. That is a 17.
Okay, so that definitely hits. Go ahead, roll your damage, and find what type of damage it is.
I'm assuming that one there would be the D8 roll, so that's going to be acid damage. 13 acid damage.
Okay, so you go through and you screech out this Chaos Bolt, and even though he's there under attack, you do go through and it just sort of strikes out, hitting him in the chest.
Sorry, I clicked it a second time, so it came up, so ignore that.
Okay.
13 damage, nice.
Yeah. So he looks like he's sort of injured. You can see it's sort of causing some of the skin off his side to slough off. Those very high-class silks are weird, or sort of melting off.
Oh no, the source of your vanity, oh no.
Anything else from Malaga?
Nope, that is it. I'm kind of cowering back on the bed, or either, actually it looks like I'd be more on the floor at the foot of the bed, right beside the fireplace. So I'm just going to stay there.
Okay.
On the floor, cowering, screaming.
All right, Torin, you're up.
Okay, so first up, I'm gonna move into the room.
Okay.
Put myself right here, in front of the door. Actually, put myself right here, so that way there is space for my friends. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is, just as I pull my, my Warhammer out with both hands, I just say like, alright, now it's my, this is my kind of party. And, I'm going to rage with my bonus action. And then I'm going to hold, please, while I check off my rage. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I get 2 attacks per action as long as I attack on my action. So I am going to first up take a crack at him with my Warhammer. 2-handed, please.
Alright.
Okay. Math. It's 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Okay, so that's 1d10. Meow, meow, meow. Ooh, that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, plus 2, because I'm raging.
So another 13.
13.
Okay.
And because I hit him on my turn, my Ancestral Guardians go into effect. If he attacks anyone other than me in the next round, before the end of my next turn, it's disadvantage, and that person is resistant to the damage that they take.
Okay, good to know.
So I would assume that, was it Malaga? Malaga, sorry. You can see a little bit of the magic of my, like, dragon ancestors kind of, like, washing down over him. And then for my second attack, I would like to use my breath weapon. So I take the crack with the 2 hands, and then I'm going to let out a spray of acid.
Okay. Is that something that they've changed? Because it used to be an action. Is this now replacing? I know they made some changes.
Yeah, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace 1 attack with a 15-foot cone breath weapon. So
cool.
Ooh.
I'm going to kind of shoot it toward the wall to avoid hitting my friend.
All right.
And I need him to make a dex save. DC 14.
Wait, well, which breath are you using?
Acid, it's the only one I have.
No, because you have the metallic breath too, so I was looking at that.
Oh yeah, I'm not using my fancy shit yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm not saving it necessarily, I just would like to melt this guy right now.
That is a 10. So
Why did I...
he definitely does suffer the full damage, so go ahead and roll that for me.
Alright, so that is 6 acid damage.
6 acid damage, alright.
And that is going to be my turn.
Okay, so you just swing out, and almost in the same movement, you just let out this breath weapon that billows out in like a thick, acidic fog that you can see is starting to burn down through the bed below him and behind him, and, wrecking the plaster on the walls.
DM.
Yes.
My wild magic here, once per turn, you can have me roll a d20 immediately after I cast a sorcerer spell of first level or higher.
Yep.
Do you want me to do that now?
Nope.
Or do you want me to wait until...
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I had not forgotten about it.
Okay. I didn't think you did, but just wanted to be sure. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
My discretion.
Gotcha.
All right, Inaria.
How is this guy looking, health-wise?
He is not looking great. He's very clearly outclassed by the lot of you. He's still
That means
standing,
he's guilty.
but
Okay.
he's not looking fantastic.
All right. In that case, I have a rapier. I'm going to pull it out. Can I get to him, by the way?
Yeah, you should be able to pop in. You can end up just diagonal from him.
I'm going to walk over, sort of slowly move towards him and like crane my neck, and I'm just going to say, the people in here are pathetic, but you are the one. So you're the worst of them. Disgusting. And I'm going to take my rapier and I'm going to try and ram it upwards through his ribcage. I want, as I'm doing this, what was it? I'm trying to get the names right. In my mind, Muriel's cowardness and confusion, and Tina's over sentimentality, and what was his name? The Aravan? No, it was the fancy one. It was Roland's showmanship. All these things that annoy me about these politicians and advocates, I am infusing into this moment, and I'm using what's the exact name of it again? I'm using Psychic Blades.
Okay.
I want to roll 1d6. And that is it's a 9. Is there any way that I can re-roll that? Do I have anything like that? Okay, I don't think I do. Okay, then I'm going to try and use,
I'm just going to move you up into place there.
So it's a light, can I use my dagger after this? Is that allowed?
Yeah, if you've got the dagger, you would not add proficiency to it.
I'm fine with that. I'd like to use the dagger as well.
Okay.
I had too much of a moment that I'm willing to let go. That would be a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh!
So I would like to roll. Let me see. That will be 2d4 plus 66. So let me see here. That'd be 30 damage.
Yeah. Is there any other description you want to add to this?
Non-lethal?
Is it non-lethal, guys?
I don't think we get to make that choice.
Yeah.
No, not my call.
I'm gonna say, missing with the rapier. I'm gonna just flavor it and say the rapier was a feint, and I'm just gonna take the dagger and just plunge it into his side, and just all of the disdain that I have for all of them just seeps through. I just drive it in, and I just look at him, and I say, "We were trying to help. You're just pathetic. Look at me. Die knowing that." And I'm just gonna shove him back.
Okay. As you're sort of holding him there,
Yeah.
he looks at you and locks his eyes, and you actually see like a nictitating membrane closing over his eyes. And you just see you and all your kind. You're I'll be destroyed. The Sawagan are coming.
So what?
Sawagan.
Me and my kind have survived enough horrors in the past from the people here. I don't think that another one of you invaders is going to be much of a problem. Irrelevant.
And he sort of collapses to the ground, the whole time mumbling about the Sawagan. All right.
I have wanted to use that ability for a very long time.
Well, you certainly made it count.
That was so cool.
Malaga's just sitting on the floor crying. Oh!
Did he hurt you? I'm gonna turn to Malaga and I'm gonna be like, "You're okay. That man was filth. You're okay though." And I'm gonna use healing word, if that's alright.
Okay.
How much damage did you take?
9? I think.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Hey, I can math backwards. It is 9.
6. I'm gonna heal you for 6.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're okay. I'm gonna hold my hand over it. Get up.
Okay.
Get up.
Thank you.
We don't let ourselves get.
Guilty.
He's guilty. We don't let ourselves get lowered by them. You're fine.
I'm gonna look over at Inaria, and I'm gonna say, I mean, like, do you still want to get them all together? And
I mean, it would be fun, but I think we know who did it. There's a lot of mysteries about why, but I think technically we can get paid.
that's true.
What do you think? Do you have closure on this whole thing?
I mean,
Well, I mean, trying to compose myself here. Maybe we should still go talk to Queltesh, I guess? Just to be sure. I mean, what if they were working together? I'm not going in first this time. I'm sorry. Whew.
So you're fine. Do you want to just take the body of this? I mean, to be fair, we don't know that his disguise had anything to do with this. I mean, it probably did, but we still don't have our answers.
So what, you saying you want to take his gold, then we can cash that in for extra payment?
That had nothing to do with what I want to say, but it's what I'm saying now. I was saying that we should take his body over to the Thurvale, but
yeah,
I like yours better.
I mean, you could blame it on the poison, but there is a little discrepancy here. If you'll permit me giving my stupid character a little bit of
No, go ahead.
Please. Sometimes we have a moment.
Because I'm trying to remember who said it. I think Roland said that Quelteth was wearing a white room, but then names are bad.
Someone was
better
wearing a white
names.
robe, maybe.
But then Inaria said that Roland went third, but then
Third or was wearing a white robe.
no, that was the last one. Meryl said that about Antina. So we have one person who said someone else was wearing white, another person who said someone else went third, and then Inaria said that a different person did one of those two things. So something doesn't add up, but it could be
Just
drug.
so you remember, Roland had said that White was leaving as Quelteth had entered.
Oh, okay. I wrote it down wrong.
Just so you're not going up the wrong path.
Yep.
There.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely did not write before in my notes. I just wrote Quelteth.
Yeah, I was incomplete as well.
I don't really do a lot of murder mysteries.
I'm actually very bad at them. I'm actually extremely bad at puzzles and mysteries. I like making them. I can't solve them.
I love them. I just don't know if I'm good at them.
All right.
Well, maybe because there was a little bit of discrepancy, I would say, back to my composed self now, as well as looking as Malaga, making sure I've got no blood on me, prestidigitation, I'm cleaning myself up nice. If I still have a little bit of a cut, I'm making sure that that's covered with my dress. Usually I like to flash my cleavage, but I'm going to kind of arrange myself to hide my cut, prestidigitate the blood away. I think we should carry on with our investigation first with Queltesh, see what they have to say, and then.
Can I go first this time?
Absolutely, please.
All right. So if it's within 10 minutes, I want to keep in mind that I have Bardic, but I want to just go into the room and immediately attempt to grapple Queltesh.
Okay.
I love your interrogation technique.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Okay.
I love that we've almost certainly solved the mystery, like almost completely solved. We're like, you know what? But let's fuck up everything else.
I was totally going to take us out of the
Equal
combat,
opportunity
but
trauma.
just in case, we'll stay on the
We're
combat
rolling.
map. All right.
I'm staying in the hallway this time, watching through the doorway.
So as you come in, Quelteth is obviously the last one at the bottom corner there, and she is an elf woman. She looks like she's sort of in her prime, but she's not like the kind of slender, wispy elf that you're used to. She is yoked. Like, she looks like she could
yeah.
pick you up.
I picked the right one!
Yay!
Fantastic.
I would
So,
have felt real bad if this had been the old gnomish woman, let me tell you.
all right. So if you're gonna come in and I'll get you to roll athletics for a grapple,
Alright.
and we'll get her to roll back.
Oh, that's beautiful, you guys. That's a natural one.
She also got a natural one.
Oh, but I have Bardic! Wait, I have Bardic! It's a D8!
So there you go, you got her regardless.
So that's 9 plus 7. 16 total on my nat 1.
Jeez. Awesome.
16 on your nat 1?
Yeah, because I rolled an 8 on the D8.
That's incredible.
So there's some awkward fumbling for a little bit.
It's not pretty.
But eventually you get the upper hand. As both of you roll nat ones against each other. But with your modifiers, you end up beating her out significantly. She just looks up at you with wide eyes. You can see that in her head it's go time. And she's like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Stop fighting. Why did you kill him?
You're fighting me!
No, I'm restraining you so that you don't slash me with your talon nails.
The hell did you... What did you just do?
I asked you why you killed him.
Did you come over from Erevan's? Is that what I was just hearing?
Yeah, he tried to kill my friend, but I know you were in on it with him. So
Oh!
confess.
Make
Can I try to
an
intimidate her?
intimidation check at disadvantage.
I have her grappled and I am a dragon! Okay, fine. I don't think I have anything that gives me anything else. I'm just gonna make an intimidation check. Man, none of my dice are like treating
Would you
me
still
well
be able to
today.
use Bardic, or is that just a one-time
It's a
use? That's just
one-time.
one time. Damn, it's not blessed.
But you can't take it with you, so... Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Intimidation, 20 total.
20. Okay.
Oh.
She does falter a little bit, and you can see that she's... I don't know what you're talking about. I was... He attacked you? Why would he attack?
If she's not struggling anymore, I'm just gonna like slowly let her go.
Okay. Yeah, she sort of brushes herself off. What do you... does that mean Erevan was the one who... I'm so confused.
Does
Were you in on it?
Yeah. Well, would you be okay if I came in right now, or do you want to?
yeah,
You got ideas?
Yeah. Do it.
I want to come in. Is he? If I come in, I'm thinking of casting Friends. Would she be hostile towards me right now, or just to Allie?
You would be with her, so she would
Okay.
definitely be hostile against you.
Okay. I'm gonna step in and I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna have the what color is lizard blood?
Lizard blood? I'll say.
The blood.
Like, what do you mean? Like.
The blood of the person I just killed.
Oh.
The Sawagan blood.
Sort of a reddish, but like very, very dark oxygenated blood.
All right, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna like be playing with the look at the dagger and it's got the blood on it. I'm like, yeah, Erevan was an asshole and also Sawagan. We're exposing a lot of lies and we're using a lot of different methods. It's Torin's turn to pick and he has a very limited imagination. We gave him a pass. So you're probably just going to want to lean into the whole truth thing now, aren't you? Is it possible for me to roll intimidation right now?
Sure.
All right.
I'll make that a separate check.
Bad cop, worst cop. At a plus 9, that'll be a 14.
Ooh, pretty.
I don't have any boost to that. I don't think I can give myself here. Gotta be College of Eloquence right now. But that's all I got. 14.
All right. Yeah. She looks at you. She looks at the blood. She's sort of more confused than intimidated, it looks like.
Ish person. Very nasty.
So, is that what I heard then?
Yes, it heard interrogation going very right.
Well, what do I need to do to convince you that I'm not a fish person?
I'm gonna walk in now that I'm a little bit more calm again. I'm going to come right up to her and I'm going to look at her and I am going to... Is she sitting down or standing up?
At this point, she's standing up. She had been...
Standing up? Okay.
Yeah.
Forcibly.
I don't know how tall she is, but I'm 5'6", so I may be looking up or down at her either way. I'm going to look at her right straight in the eye and say that I suggest you tell us exactly the truth and nothing but the truth about the events of the night of Emerald's death. And I am casting suggestion at 2nd level.
Oh, help you, Lutheria.
Okay.
Okay, so I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature I can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that cannot be charmed are immune to this effect.
Okay.
Please tell
And
me
she
she.
has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom 14 save.
Okay. So let's do it here. Okay. So you said 14? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So she sort of looks at you. I've been rolling like crazy here. She looks at you and she's like, I mean, I'll tell you what I can, but there's not much to say, really. I don't know. The only thing I really remember is that the fourth person who was going into the room was wearing the violet robes.
And who was that?
If I know, I'd tell you.
I believe that at this point. Malika, can I ask you something? You know magic better than me. I'm just very clever, but you know magic. I dispelled all of the magic on Erevan, but his disguise kept up. What was that?
Malaga, if you want to, I'll say you can make an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible for me to help her?
Sure.
Oh shit, she's already god tier.
Well, if you're helping me, I'm rolling with advantage because I may get one extra and get a nat 20. Nope.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with the 19.
All right. It's a rare thing. You have heard of the Sahuagin. They are fish people that are savage. They live typically in very deep ocean.
This is traveler propaganda, but go on. If you're just joining the stream, that's a deep cut.
They typically behave very antisocially, but the one thing that they do sometimes do is they do have a tendency to mutate into a form that matches the creatures that live on shore from them, sort of as a way to disguise themselves among them without using magic. The term that they use is malenti.
I will explain this to Inaria.
So sorry, person that we beat up. Just give us a moment. Torn will break you shortly.
Protest.
So he didn't. I thought that maybe he stole the identity of this person, but he's been them for a while. He infiltrated as this person.
I mean,
this could have been long planned.
It would certainly explain the smell.
That's right.
Oh, he did smell. See, this is the importance of honesty. Everybody that didn't want to comment on the smell wasn't noticing the clues that were there. Do you see this? Do you see the decorum? Sorry, thank you.
You also didn't either, so, but yes, lesson learned.
Well, I'm just a fool. These people are the leaders of their town. They are sworn to protect, and they didn't figure it out. I just swore to get paid.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us. Okay, sorry.
That's fine.
You hear sort of stomping down the hallway, and then from one room over, what the hell is this?
It's a dead fish.
I'm just gonna stick my head out in the hallway.
You do see Theraval there, sort of looking aghast at the mess that's been left in the room.
Thought you were staying in your room.
With that noise...
Can I kill you now? You left.
You break the rules.
Nobody said that we'd be killing people who left their room.
Oh, we
well,
misunderstood.
You should have told us before that, yeah.
We misunderstood completely.
Maybe we wanted to hear what we wanted to hear.
Did we still get paid?
I mean,
what if we promised it was a really bad person?
He was an asshole. He attacked me. We just came in to talk.
You did do that.
Oh, we should explain. Erevan is a Sahuagin, and oh no, the traveler races had people infiltrating them and trying to take over. That must feel terrible. We figured it out for you, and he was trying to destroy you all from the inside, because it seems like when you have a bunch of people in a room with machinations and ambitions and power, sometimes that can go wrong. So,
Definitely power.
Yeah, we would like to charge you 150 gold for that staggering insight.
So, you're certain it's him, then?
I mean, he said that the Sahuagin are coming, as he died after attacking me as soon as I walk in.
And to be fair, she did look
guilt.
like your friend, your dad.
Oh, yeah, I have the ability to change into people, so I figured, this might help us with the investigation if I look like Emerald. And it didn't go over too well with him, so...
I would like to cast Zone of Truth on this area.
Yes!
Okay.
What What do we roll?
Everyone makes a charisma saving throw against 14.
Let me get the
And
dice.
I know if anybody fails. I know who failed and succeeded.
Charisma
Hang on, I
save?
think I have something on charisma. Let me double check.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright, you've been rolling like shit all night. Don't let me down. Okay, that's an 11.
So,
I don't
Do I have
remember.
to make a charisma saving throw?
don't
I think I do.
so.
if you're in the area, yeah,
Alright, cool.
What are we trying to beat?
14.
Oh.
So I rolled a 14.
You got a 14.
Just-
Perfect.
I rolled a 14. However, once per long rest from the tides of chaos, I can gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before I regain the use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table after I cast a first level spell. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I'm
14
gonna roll-
passes though. 14 passes.
Oh.
If you want
okay.
to do this, if you want to do the surge, I can't stop you. But
I want to make sure that I do get this. So that's a dirty 20.
All right, roll your wild magic.
Yay! Please,
What do I do?
please
What do I do?
summon a
What do I do?
fireball into this room.
Roll a
That's all I
D100.
want.
break,
I do 100.
break the
Oh.
story.
Sorry. Okay, let me go to roll 20.
God,
Dice.
so many delightful things could happen right now.
D100.
So excited.
Break the story.
Please turn me into a plant.
D100.
Your kinks are getting weirder. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
I don't know how to do this on here. It all looks so different.
Your
Okay.
ass is grass. Ellie's like, please.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, sorry. So slash roll
Looks like you
1
got it.
D100.
You got it.
Yeah, you got a 40.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Hey, okay, never mind. 45.
Okay.
What does that give me?
Well, you see that the magic doesn't really take hold of you. And slowly you start floating up off the ground. A little bit
Okay.
like a helium balloon that has been around for, a little bit.
Harry Potter's aunt.
Oh.
You cast
I was
levitate on
absolutely
yourself.
Oh, okay. It's all right, guys. This normally happens. Just carry on.
Third of all, as you can see, we are quite literally above your lies. Now, if you'll please.
So you do know
I
that
need a list.
Tharaval failed.
Mm-hmm.
Qualteth succeeded.
Okay.
I failed.
Okay. I'm gonna say to Thurval, I'm gonna say, you weren't surprised. You weren't shocked. You were the one who found the body. And I want you to tell us the truth now. I want you to tell us, what was your role in this? You can leave this zone. If you step out of this zone, I'll have no way of knowing what you're saying. Torin will want closure.
I
I
will.
don't know what you want from me. I was
The
distraught.
answers.
Well, that's not true. She just told you.
I was distraught.
Did you have anything to do with any of the conspiracies in here? And I
What
will want.
conspiracies?
I will want a one-word answer.
No.
Yep, he truly is that dumb. I apologize.
What about her?
Oh, she's a good liar.
Oh.
I'm not a liar.
Maybe. So, in that case, I think that we found your fish person. Oh. I don't know. Is it offensive if I say something was fishy? I know that there's tritons off of the coast, and I don't want to be that siren. I'm gonna say it. Something was fishy, and we found it.
He got caught.
I like my team. I like my allies.
Dad joke in me is just begging to come out.
Do
What
it.
they say.
When it comes to fish jokes, we will. Yeah, when it comes to fish jokes, we will school you. No, don't worry about it.
It hurts my soul.
Oh, you poor little guppy. You.
Look at it, it's killing him. Sorry.
I guess we should have smelt the truth as soon as we walked into the room.
Yes. Oh.
Anyways. Yeah.
I'm offended.
There we go. I was trying to get Finn in there. There we go.
Offended. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on.
No,
Oh, this is the in game content after we solve the mystery.
Yep.
We're such a bunch of
Everybody-
clownfish.
I like you. All right. Anyway, my teammate Malaga is levitating at you, and I am demanding the truth, which is that you have nothing to offer.
Don't look at my skirt. I'm
The
trying to grab
promises,
it.
but I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be the one to put on airs.
Everybody come out now.
You can see everybody has sort of been in their doorways ever since the loud crash and bang. And they're all looking at you with a mixture of, like, unveiled contempt and confusion and a little bit of surprise.
I mean, it costs like twice as much if you want us to be nice about it, but
We tried to negotiate the fees. He wasn't having it.
He reaches into his pocket, hands out the bag that you saw earlier. For your service, I suppose.
how long does Zone of Truth last?
Oh, like ages.
Oh,
like
but it's only, isn't like 10 minutes.
it's 10 minutes. You want to just force people in here?
Well, does it happen when they enter, or do they have to be in it when you cast it?
Well, then they enter too. You want to just drag people in here and ask them what the most embarrassing childhood memory is?
I will physically drag people in.
I demand
What's
to
the
know.
radius?
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. Do you want to draw that on the? Well, that's pretty much most of this hotel room.
Yes, it is. Honestly,
One at a time. I'm gonna drag people in.
I'm not
Previously-
taking up space. I'm up by the ceiling. How long does this last?
I think a
Forever.
minute.
either guys, Allie, Tammy, I want to say either we solved the mystery and we're showboating right now, or we have completely missed something major and we are just pissing away time until Reed tells us how much we failed. Those are the only two timelines that exist right now, and I feel comfortable
gonna
betting on
figure-
showboating.
Yep.
Are we going to be figuring that out if we bring everybody into the room?
Yeah.
So let's keep rolling with that.
Yeah.
All right. So you gently shuffle, or not so gently shuffle everybody in.
I'm only not gentle if people fight me.
Mostly it's curious. So looks like only one person succeeded, and that's going to be Roland.
Oh, he's all right. I trust him. He's already scared of me. That lasts an hour. I'm fine.
And he's still looking at you with eyes like dinner plates.
I'm looking at him like I wink at him.
The rest, as you sort of wind down, since, we're pretty much at time here anyway.
And
Did you and the audience figure it out?
Down.
Did you and the audience figure it out? Because either you're way ahead of us or right on the page. Reed's about to reveal that we wrecked the story triumphantly, or he's going to go off on like a 10-minute rant about how dumb we are. Those, again, the only two options.
I have been a DM for a very, very long time, and believe me, this is not the dumbest that I've ever seen.
I like our plans.
But, yes, in denouement for this one-shot, you did manage to find the actual killer. he was
Tammy, excellent work.
a Sahuagin Malenti. Obviously, he knew that there was something going on, and thought that the jig was up when the dead Emerald came in, because he was very dead.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be dead. Sorry.
You got better. Excellent. So, I guess my question. Okay, so what was the robes thing?
Well, it was how you could have solved it.
Yeah, because it was one of those grid logic puzzles, right?
Yeah.
Was what you were doing?
Yeah.
I kept thinking,
I hated those.
they're my favorite, but I have to see them.
Well, I mean, you could write things down.
I mean, I did, but also I wrote them down wrong, so...
I always hated those.
I've never been able to solve one in my life. I'm genuinely bad at puzzles.
Oh, I love logic puzzles.
No, I'm genuinely bad at them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But if you had gone through and, wiped this out in the first 10 minutes, there was going to be additional content. There would have been a big fight, but because...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it!
I really wanted to do Zone of Truth on like the first scene, but I'm like, I don't want to break this. I want to see where it goes. But,
So had we come into this room first, just by that roll of the die, we could have had this happen a lot sooner.
I mean, would have,
potentially.
If you had not been disguised, he would not have reacted the way that he had.
Yeah, we needed to go around the travel this hotel and get the wisdom of all of these people and coalesce it into the perfect sting operation.
We changed our tactic in every room.
I wanted the command spell to work, and for that to bring the whole thing to the end. Just like this level 1, level 2 spell, just like topple the whole mystery. But
that would have been great.
Yeah, if you.
I'd like to know: is there anything that we very obviously missed that we didn't pick up on?
Well, you never found out the Aravan was the only person who obviously was not drugged. And when you cast Dispel Magic, you managed to short out his magical resistance against truth-telling spells. So he would have had a charm that would have just automatically let him succeed, no matter what.
Okay, you fucker.
That was the contingency.
The reason I have Dispel Magic was, just as a brief aside, I have a group that's a level 11 right now, and I spent a month or 2 months setting up a giant fight for them, and the entire fight was this one guy who was so drowned in buff spells that he was an entire team on himself because of all this, and someone just came in and dispelled magic and and someone just came in and dispelled magic and it toppled every one of his spells. Like they all failed, and he just went from the god tier villain I've been setting up for months to some guy, and they just wrecked him in like 3 turns.
Oh.
So I had to pick Dispel Magic to avenge myself there. Reed, that was great. I like your characters a lot.
Yeah.
I like these characters. I like the different paths you had to solving this. Thank you for this.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And, well, next week we'll be back to our same bad time, same bad channel.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be able to pick up and, hopefully Krey won't be punch drunk anymore.
Yeah. Looking back.
Coming back from the dead's a little tough, guys.
Yeah, you guys have a lot next week. You're bringing Krey back. You're going to resume your quest. There's going to be one major change to your party comp, and so there's a lot of things that are coming. And so I am really eager to get back to that.
Oh, what?
I don't like that.
I said I'm eager to get back to next week.
All right. Well, since we're done here, I will sign us off. And
thank you all for watching this.
Thank you all very much. I really appreciate you being here with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And see you again next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
We need to bring these characters back.
Yeah.